Hello, my name is M.K.Davis. Last year was a, a really special year for me. I had the opportunity to review some videos that I thought were outstanding videos in the way of Bigfoot videos. I had an opportunity also to visit some of the places, where these videos were taken and to look them over for myself. So, I thought maybe I would try to find a way to share with you a similar type of experience through the multimedia. And so, Google Earth being what it is nowadays, with technology being what it is nowadays, that's, a possible thing. You can just, through the power of technology, fly in over an area and take a look at it. Now, this is an older image. It's not the updated Google Earth. It's 1995, but it's still pretty good. This would be the area to start right in here, and it's called, I got it labeled The Place, but let's just kind of ease off into the area. And we'll just kind of cruise a little bit. All right, now we're just kind of hovering over a spot that, while you may not recognize it from the air, especially 1995. It's, things change in, a few years, but this is the area where the fence jumper occurred. And this would be the field, and this would be the view from the camera mounted back in here, pointing this way. And the fence jumper would be going this way and then back that way. Okay, now let's just continue to fly. Okay, now this would be the area where what they call Whitey's Run occurred. Let me make sure I'm at that spot. I'm at that spot. So, Whitey's Run was taken from a vantage point with the camera basically back off this way, and Whitey's Run, Whitey would be running this direction right here. Let's just fly down there, and through the miracle of technology, if you'll follow me, we'll just go down to the level, and I will meld more recent video into this as we approach ground level. Now take a look at the far right arrow in this photo, and that's where Whitey disappears down into a creek bed, and he comes back up. And when I was there, I had my picture taken down in this creek bed for a frame of reference as to how deep this creek bed is and how broad it is and how much time it took to get across it, or should take to get across it. So let's take a look at that picture. Well, as you can see, I'm pretty far down in that creek bed. The gentleman that took my picture was quite a ways up above me, and as you can also see, that it's a pretty broad creek bed. And there's no substitute for data gathering, and knowing and watching the video and watching and just checking the timing, how long it takes to go down this embankment and come back up another embankment and get back into view again, gives you a good indication of if something extraordinary was going on. So, just take a look at some more. You might remember this tree in some of the videos. This was a tree that the creek walker walked right down in front of. It's pretty interesting because when I was there, I walked up to it, and of course, Whitey's Run was not too far from there, and I walked back up in here to where this tree was, and they identified the tree for me, and told me that's where that was taken. I looked up there, and there at the top of this pretty good size, it looked like a cedar tree. The whole top was broke out of that thing. Take a look at it. It's pretty high up too, and it's a pretty good size tree top that's broken out. It looked like it was pretty fresh as well. And so, as I panned down, well, let's look at a blow up of it so you can see it a little better. That's pretty interesting. Something, a fresh break like that, of that size and that scope and that high, it's way up into the tree. Then I panned the camera down and looked on the ground, and lo and behold, what was there? So right there below that tree, right immediately at the base of the tree, was this impression. It wasn't too very old. It had a few leaves in it, but it hadn't been there that long. Many people attribute the videos that I posted to Mike Sells from Texas, but I assure you that I was there with one of the gentlemen who took these good videos, these wonderful videos, and he was not Mike Sells. Mike Sells been deceased for a couple of years. So, that's why I say, people tell you what they think they know, but most of the time, if you investigate these people and their claims, you find out that they just heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody who started it, even though they didn't know anything about it. That's why I pay little attention to people when they tell me that, oh, you don't worry with that, that's hoax. Don't fool with that, that's hoax. He's a known hoax. Known by who? I'm looking at the video. I could care less who took the video. If the video has something in it that appeals to me, that tells me it needs further investigation, then you do it. That way, having been in the Bigfoot business for the last 15 years, you realize that people have access to grind, and if you let somebody approach you and say, this man is a hoaxer, all of his stuff is no good, and this person has had some kind of a run-in with him, or if some kind of altercation or something, and he's got an axe to grind with this person, well, they don't mind running a person's name, or if they just have a pet idea and that person's ideologies don't jibe with what he thinks a Bigfoot is, then a lot of times they'll just crucify the guy. If you want to know Mike Sells videos, everyone that Mike Sells himself took that I have seen had a time stamp in the lower right hand corner. If you don't see a time stamp, then it's probably not Mike Sells' video. Mike Sells may get credit for it, but that's because people get things wrong. And that's just how wrong people can be. The people that took these videos worked very hard at getting them, and they didn't seek a lot of attention. I had to just about beg to be able to put some of these out on the net so that you could get a look at them and be able to evaluate them yourself. If the people who claimed that these belonged to Mike Sells and who claimed that they were hoaxed had their way, you'd never get to look at them. So, I stick my neck out, not necessarily endorsing them, but endorsing their right to exist. And endorsing them, and I challenge someone to prove they're a hoax. If you prove they're a hoax, then I thank you. But no one's done it yet. So So I persevere. I persevere with these. I have lots more to show you, lots more to talk about and tell you. And you know, I've got more than just this batch of videos too, but these intrigue me probably more than the rest, because they have this, I call them meat and potatoes video. You can actually learn something from it. If this turns out not to be a hoax, it's solid material to learn a little bit about what you're looking for. So, you know, I persevere. Oh, one more small matter too, and I know it's very annoying, especially at the first of this video where you hear a lot of these little high-pitched squeaks, and a lot of people, I get commentary on my videos that, you know, I've got a battery running out on my smoke detector, but, you know, that's just not the case. I have a 25-year-old parrot who loves to make sounds, and there's no way I'm going to shut that bird up, man. You know, I'm not going to build a studio for this, so I just, you know, I have to put up with it. But that's what you're hearing, and sometimes he cooperates, but sometimes he wants to get into the act. African gray, if you're interested in what kind of parrot it is, and he runs his beak quite a bit. But yeah, anyway, I thank you for your time.